One New Year's Eve night, 10 years ago in Beijing, I was out with my grandparents watching fireworks crack through the winter sky. As we walked home, we passed the Huanwei Gongren, one of the street cleaners. Without thinking, I turned to my grandparents and said, "Don't worry, I'll study hard or else I'll end up sweeping the streets." Looking back, I feel horrible for saying that. But more than guilt, what stays with me is the question, why did I despise becoming a labor worker? Why was that the image of failure? Back then, I believed success had a formula. Study hard, get into prestigious school, land a high-paying job. That's how you proved your worth. That's how you avoided becoming them. These were the norms Beijing showed me, especially in the neighborhoods closer to higher-ranking institutions where everyone was rich or richer. Expectations were set through quiet comparisons between parents' occupations, child's institution, and money. I was raised to prioritize higher education and wealth. Then I came to Canada. And here, no one said it out loud, but the judgment was still there, just quieter. It echoed in how people talked about ambition, potential, and who would go far. Since my first day of high school, I heard questions like, "Are your parents rich? What do they do?" Or, "Of course you're rich. Everyone here can afford 100K tuition." I fell into it too, thinking, why can she get anything by asking? Or, how's his allowance 10 times mine? But I knew this thought process would mentally ruin me. Because the moment we start looking into someone else's pot, we forget about the bowl right in front of us. I forgot to be grateful for what I already have. We're told that hard work brings success. But if that's true, why aren't the hardest workers the ones earning the most? Why aren't the farmers, the construction workers, the people who sweep our streets or build our skylines the ones sitting at the top? They built the towers that Wall Street people work in. They laid the bricks that hold up our cities. And yet, a newborn baby born into wealth can own more than all of them combined will earn in a lifetime. Education is supposed to be a way out, a ladder up. But for the wealthy, it's not a lifeline. It's a lifestyle. It's legacy. Your father went to a school in Boston. Your grandfather walked those halls too. So now you are the bloodline of the institution. You get in, and your family keeps donating to ensure the gates stay open for your family. And the hardworking students fight for the remaining spots. Last summer, one night after dinner, I was on the basement couch with my two best friends, Sunny and Matthew. We were just dreaming about the lives we could live when we're older. I said, I want to move out. Get away from this place, from winter, from people. I asked, why are we even in school? Can we chase our dreams with what we have now? But Matthew replied, what about work? I'll need a master's after commerce. No one hires you with just an undergrad with the current diluted degrees. That hit me. I thought about the path laid out for me. My dad wants me to be a pilot, but I don't want to wake up and already see the rest of my life. 4 years of uni, 2 for ground training, 5 more as a co-pilot. If everything goes perfectly, I'll be a captain by 32, my 20s. My most energetic years, gone, living a life I don't want, climbing a corporate ladder trapped by promotions. So I had to ask myself, is our education system truly preparing us for a fulfilling life or just slotting us into predefined roles? I turned and said to Matthew and Sunny, let's go. Let's see the world before it's too late. Let's go to a third world country, see life beyond what we know. We imagined it all. Southeast Asia, Sunny filming, Matthew hosting, the three of us exploring the inexhaustible variety of life. Just after summer ended, reality hit. Final exams held back Matthew, and DECA qualifications meant Sunny had to go to Orlando. In the end, it was just me. So I went. I made my own guidelines, bought my own camera, taught myself how to film. Through this form of media, I hope to showcase to my friends and others like them who cannot see the disparity with their own eyes. Unlike news media's purposely biased filming techniques, at least see it through unfiltered videos by me. This had to be the most life-changing journey. The contrast hit me like the beautiful tusk-colored walls, 2 stories high, that surrounded the royal family of Thailand. But the ones blocked out were barefoot kids in their old neighborhoods. To us, they live in the slums. But it's really the normal local life outside the city. The presented picture of Bangkok was luxurious and developed. Tourists would never see this. I kept asking myself, why does aristocracy still exist today? Didn't the world already fight wars for peace, for equality, for justice? But it feels like oppression just found a new mask. My great-grandparents' generation barely survived. Now, the enemies don't invade our countries. They corrupt our minds. The luxurious lifestyles being portrayed to us online set an unrealistic standard for new generations, making us compare to each other more. Trending clothing, sports cars, the newest models of electronics, traveling just to post aesthetic pictures. They make us believe in false dreams tied to money, prestige, and connections. And the worst part, we can't even fight back because most of us don't even realize we've already surrendered. Thailand is just one example of wealth inequality, but the contrast between social classes isn't only found in so-called third world countries. It's everywhere, even if it's harder to see. For me, this is something fascinating and something I want to keep exploring in the near future. Honestly, I'm not someone driven by ambition. I just want to savor the time I have with the people I love. And one day be able to tell my kids, don't worry, the world is a better place for you now. That's what I hope for, a kinder, fairer world. I wish every one of you love, from your family, from your closest confidants. And speaking of that, through all the barriers life threw at me, I was finally broken down. Late last winter was my lowest point. My high school journey had been tormented by words that cut like knives, and I lived in fear of being far away from the only two friends who truly knew me. I was 孤立无援, completely alone, with no one to turn to. But around this time last year, it was her, Vivi, who greeted me without judgment. Since then, I've changed more than I ever have in all my years combined. If it weren't for you, I might have taken the easy way out. Thank you. All this wasn't about complaining about fate. It's a wake-up call for our generation, a reminder to be aware of the social disparities that exist beyond our own horizons. I wish you all the best in finding your own reason to care. Thank you all for listening.